This is honestly like my therapy, and I'm just so thankful to have you too. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I do this thing like when I get anxious, or I mean just in general, like I do it, but I bite my lip. So I just did that pretty good and I feel like there might be blood. Anyways, so I wanted to do a story time video because, well, honestly, it's Friday. I think it's December 1st, so happy December. It's not been the greatest night, honestly. Like, I've cried twice, but I'm fine. Like, obviously I'm okay. But I was gonna go out. I was thinking about going out. I was like kind of in the mood to go do something, but then I was like, no, one, it's expensive, and two, like, it just leads to poor decisions. So I'm gonna skip it. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually in such a, I'm in such a mood to film. And so I literally just whipped out all of my equipment. But literally my room is a mess. Like, this is like definitely one of those instances where everything you're seeing looks clean and organized, but everything behind this camera, a wreck. I also just changed shirts because I realized that I was wearing the hoodie that I was filming in my last video, because I've basically been living in that thing. It's my favorite piece of clothing right now. Hopefully this is quick. Again, I don't know, because I talk a lot. See, I'm doing it again. Like, this is honestly like my therapy, and I'm just so thankful to have you too. But I also get so embarrassed when I realize that I've put so much information and like so many embarrassing things out there on here. Like, what am I doing? So I wanted to share this because I really, was in a bad mood, wasn't really feeling great, and kind of wanted to laugh, and I feel like this is kind of funny. Like, hopefully you guys find it funny. Two, I think it also could be very relatable. Like, I feel like there's definitely got to be other people out here who have done this, experienced this, or struggle with it. So here we go. So this is about the time that I stood up my Tinder date. I'm not the kind of person who does that. This is like making me like feel like I need to breathe. It's not even that intense. I just feel really bad. I use Tinder honestly more for entertainment. I'm not actually on there generally to like look for a solid relationship or actually date people. I'm not very good at it. Like, as you will see from this video, like, I'm not good at it. It's just like, honestly easy to pass time with. And I mean, I've met some cool people. Like, I've actually met one guy from Tinder. 9 times out of 10, I'm just on there passing the time, swiping away. I was still in school, so this was earlier this year. It wasn't too terribly long ago. I'm the kind of person who, like, if I do match with you and I'm like, okay, maybe I could actually see wanting to meet you, like, as a possibility, like, in the future. But I'm the kind of person who wants to like get to know you, maybe like text you and like find out who you are, kind of get like the vibe of like what you're about. I'm not the kind of person who's gonna talk to you like one day and then meet you the next, you know. Like, I don't like walking into like weird, I don't know, maybe you don't. I don't like walking into something completely blind of like who you are. Like, I know that's how you get to know somebody, is that you go on a date, but obviously I'm a very anxious person and that's just not how I operate. So there was like this one week where I was just like, for some reason I was like in a mood. I was just like in like a good mood. I felt like motivated and like confident and I could do anything, and that's great when those moods kick in, but it turns into this crazy me. And so I matched with this guy on a Monday, and he was only supposed to be in town like that week for work, and so he was going to be leaving on Friday and going back to wherever it was he was from. So I was like, perfect. So if it goes well, or I mean if it doesn't go well, then what's the harm? I don't have to see him again. I don't have to worry about running into him again or anything like that. So that was like me trying to hype myself up, like, okay girl, you can do this, you can do this. She can't. I matched with him on Monday. We only talked for a little bit, and he asked me out to go get drinks on Tuesday, so the next day. And again, I'm not someone who's like gonna match, gonna go on a date with you within like 24 hours. Like, that's just not me. My dumbass said yes, okay, sure, let's do it, because I was having that really like, oh yeah girl, you got this confidence, like, do it. What's the harm? What do you got to lose? Which is all fine and dandy. Like, I probably would have been fine, but I agreed to go. And so I remember the amount of dread that I had like all day. I was so anxious and so nervous, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. I can't do this. Like, I'm not gonna do this. I can't do this. And all the way up until like, it was like my mind was saying no, like, don't go, just come up with some reason, like cancel it. But my body was moving. Like, I got myself in the car and I drove all the way downtown, which is like 20-25 minutes depending on traffic, to meet this guy at this bar. And well, it's like a pub, whatever. I met him at this place, and the way the building is set up, so the building is like facing a main street, but the parking for this building, because it's a downtown, there's like a street right here next to the building, and then there's like a little strip of, I don't know, restaurants and like shops and stuff right here, and then there's a bunch of parking right behind it. So the parking lot back here, you can't actually be seen, so you couldn't really be seen and they couldn't see you like if they were inside. So I was back here in the parking lot basically sitting there, and we'd only been talking on Tinder, so I didn't have his phone number, I didn't have any other way of contacting him. I literally got down there, I think I was like at least 10 to 15 minutes early, because I'm always anxiously early to everything, like to work every day. Like I leave 30 minutes early and I live 10 minutes away. Like, yes. I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm like, okay, it's fine, I've still got 10 minutes. And he, of course, is from out of town, so he had to take an Uber from whatever hotel he was staying at somewhere in the city to get to this place. Like he had to pay for an Uber to get there. And oh my god, I'm the worst. So I'm sitting there freaking out. I was like, do I go in? Do I not go in? Do I go in? Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm in my head crazy. I think I called a friend and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I can't do this. Like looking back on this, like telling this story, I'm like, oh my god, you're psychotic. At that moment, like there was no like talking me down. There was no like reassurance. Like nothing was gonna like, I don't know. I am crazy. It's fine. And guys, I got out of the car. Like I would, before I even got out of the car, I would open the door and I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go in. And then I'd close it and be like, nope, no, I'm not, sure not, I'm not doing it. And mind you, I was like 10 minutes early probably. And so those 10 minutes had passed of me like opening and closing the door, like, okay, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now, I got this, I'm gonna do it now. And then I'd close it again. And so 10 minutes very quickly came and went. So I'm like, oh my god, he's like probably gonna be there. And like soon enough, I got a message on like the app, and he was like, I think he was like, okay, I'm here. And I already told him, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm here, I'll be in a minute or something. Like, I don't remember what I said. And I, again, just sat there still freaking out. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't really wanna go in, like freaking out. And I just kept opening and like closing the door. And then at one point I actually opened it and got out. Like I got out of the car, I stood up and like adjusted myself. I was like, okay, I can do this, I can do this. I'm gonna go in, everything's gonna be fine. You know, whatever, I can leave. It's not a big deal. I literally got right back into the car and I sat down and I was like, oh my god, I couldn't do it. And this happened for like probably a solid 20 minutes. Like it was, we decided, I think we were supposed to meet at like 5:30 and it was probably close to like 6, and I think he had messaged me again. He was like, are you gonna come inside? Mind you, he couldn't see me like in the parking lot from the building, but he was obviously wondering like, where are you? What are you doing, you lunatic? I don't think I messaged him back after that. Like I was trying to think of like some excuse. I was like, oh my god, I need to get out of this. I think I called my stepmom on the phone. Like I was calling everybody. I was like, I can't do this. Like I'm trying so hard, but like I can't do it. And at first, like my final thing, I was like, fine, I'm gonna do it. And like I brought the mirror down to like basically check my hair and get all pretty again. And then I looked and I was wearing, I think just like a black top, like some kind of black top, but it showed like a little bit of like my neck down here, like a little bit of my chest. And I had broken out. I had no idea. I had broken out into red, like, I mean, hives all the way up my neck. Like full on, could not hide it. I had just cut my hair like super short. This was back when I cut it and it was super blonde. Red blotches just like all the way up, and I was like, oh my god. Like I was like, there's no way I'm gonna hide this. I've obviously been freaking out. He has been waiting on me for like 30 minutes. I can't go in. I was like, I can't go in now. And so I was trying to think of some excuse to like message him and be like, oh my god, I'm sorry, somebody died, which is not funny. Like I don't want anybody to die, but like I was trying to think of something rational like that he would buy. I was like, everything sounds like an excuse. Everything sounds super lame. He knows I was in the parking lot at least and that I just wasn't coming inside. Like I'm the worst human. And so he unmatched me and I was like, okay, fair enough. I drove so fast, like out of the parking lot, and I got on the highway. I do remember I was on my way home and I think I called my best friend Emily and was telling her about it. And do you guys I don't know if you guys remember like on Twitter when the waste her time and waste his time 2K17, or was it 2K16? I don't remember when it was popular, but it was like very trendy on Twitter. And so she had either told me or sent me, she was like, waste his time 2K17. And I was like, oh my god. I literally almost died in the car laughing. I was like, oh my god, that was like it was hilarious to me. I was like crying. I was like, I can't believe I did that. Like, that's not the kind of person I am. I don't want to do that to people. Like, anxiety, man, you know? So anyways, that is the time I stood up my Tinder date, which I hope you guys found this kind of entertaining or helpful, or I hope it makes you feel better. Like, maybe it makes you feel better about yourself. Maybe you also have really bad anxiety and don't know how to date in 2017, because same. We can relate. Talk to me, like, comment me, let's talk. I want to hear about it. That's honestly why I'm posting this. Like, I want to hear your guys' story, and I honestly need some comfort. Like, tell me I'm not alone. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.